Hello, it's me, Ablie. Uh, hello people on them internets. It's me. My camera in focus? Yeah, it is. This is, as you probably read from the title, this is the best worst radio I've ever found. This is a 1993 Samsung ST-125. And as you can see, it's a bit crap. It's a stereo radio cassette, but it says it has a microphone on the top, but it doesn't work. And there's a little scuff there on it, which I don't think you can pick up on camera. But it's a smasnog. Made in 1993, and I have paid massively for it. I think I paid £5. I don't know why I paid that much, but I did. It plays cassettes. And I'd say I bought this thing, it's in much worse condition than you see it now on video. And such a high-end piece of stereo equipment, I don't know why I shut that, deserves the most high-end of Type 0 crappy tape. Very black for a, it's very black in fact for a Type 1. It's called a high-tech. It's not. But it's got a decent shell, some cambering on it. I think it's like a restring videotape, I'll be honest. Which means it's perfect for this audio test. So I think a low-end machine like this would have had a relatively low-end tape in it. I'll stop that before I get an angry notice from https://youtube.be. It's a bit crap in it. It is stereo, although when I bought it, it wasn't. It was only coming out of that speaker, and I've had to entirely open it, and it is a miserable opening experience. It's not great, I'll be honest. I've had more fun opening things I'd rather fix. So let's have a look on the top. Volume, which is the worst volume slider I think I've ever seen. Standard tape controls. Many versions of this have the record button in red. This does not. I don't know why, but it just kind of... It says Samsung. Again, which admittedly is the only reason I bought it. It was because it said Samsung, and I thought, it'll have some quality in it. No. Function, standard, like radio off and tape. I never liked it when they did that. I always find that a bit of a cheat, because every time you turn it on, you always miss about a second of tape. Always, because it's like a split second turn on the amp. I don't like that at all. Standard medium wave, low wave, FM. The low wave is absolutely appalling. There's no bother trying, and the AM is useless. The FM's fine. And we flip it round to the back. There's the side. You get to see all its lovely scuffs as a 30-odd-year-old radio would have. Is my camera going to focus? Probably not, because it doesn't like doing that. As you can see, it's the stereo radio cassette recorder ST-125. Shark don't open. And actually, something I do quite like about this model, it's only used for 4 C cells, which I actually do quite like. I think that's nice. Your standard beat cut, and it's also doing dual your standard beat cut for recording off AM radio. It also acts as a stereo mono switch for FM, but there's 3 positions, so I guess they knew about interference, which is true. The thing hums like a drunken sailor. Is that a saying? I don't know, probably not. There's the other side, you see. Oh, that one's got less scratches. It's there. Don't buy it. Not that you can, but as you can see, it was pretty crappy Samsung. It doesn't actually say where it's made. Normally I like to say where it's made. I'm going to assume possibly Korea or China, but I'm going to make that assumption entirely based off it's a Samsung and it feels a bit cheap. Only 20 speakers. I know lots of these like to have the extra fake tweeters on. At least this doesn't fake you that much. It's got lovely burn marks on it, and the plastic is starting to go soft, thank you for asking. So you're probably not curious at all about the radio, but, you know, give it a shot anyway. Oh god! Oh god, out comes the most Shut up. Out comes the most horrendously stained FM antenna. That is the... Thank you. I like the fact that they bothered with soft eject, yet not a decent size aerial.
You've been at Coachella and you're playing gold.
Oh, why not?
Do you want to go all or nothing on the tiebreaker with him?
Pop him on the scales first.
Finally. The speakers are fine. The volume is a bit crap. But the AM is awful. Does it stop working? I don't know. It doesn't always work. When AM work. It does this. AM doesn't like to work on this radio. I had it working, but it seems to have died again. Because this switch is just absolutely mauled. It's not good. Come on, you're gonna give us anything? No. Because why would it? Because it doesn't believe in that. They gave it soft eject. Not that any of the internals are good, but it has soft eject, so... You know, it passes the dad test. I know it's a small thing. I don't like the angle that the cassette goes in at. I just don't like that. There's something slightly... work. It's got a pretty sticky, crappy door. It's just like a standard, like, Tenashin type mech. It's got a Sanko motor in it, which is a first for one of these really cheapo boys. A lot of these, from the 90s, I should say at least, do all still run with a Mabuchi. This Samsung is not that advanced. It has not heard of anything decent. There we go. No, okay. We've lost all volume. There we go, we've got it back. Oh yeah, you can probably hear like the hiss. I'm just going to get that back into center. That's just, this thing just makes that noise when it's playing tape. It's really annoying, but there's just such poor shielding. It just does that. And I don't like that one bit. It makes an annoying buzzing noise. If I just set it to fast forward, not fast forward. Actually, that's one thing it does have. It does actually have full auto stop. I have a Sony one that's much better than this that doesn't actually have that. Hey, it pops up. It's like a basic realistic cassette deck or something like an SCP-31. Yeah, 31. I have one of those. I'll show it off at some point because I like these funny little grabby cassette decks. But yeah, if I just put it to fast forward. Another thing I know does that for fast forward. I don't know whether that's because I've been spoiled by decent decks, but it just doesn't. So yeah, there it is. That is the best worst Samsung. The reason I'm calling it the best worst is because it's competent and I've seen worse, but I wouldn't buy it for anything. So with that, thank you for watching. If it is your birthday today, and happy birthday to you, and with that, bye.